Well, that took me a second to fix there. So, technical difficulties this morning. But here I am, bright-tailed and bushy-eyed. So, it's a Monday here. I hope everybody had a nice weekend. So, it's Maryland. At least it's cool this morning. It's been in the hundreds or the high 90s. The heat, I don't mind too much, but other people around me really are struggling with the heat. So, so here we are. I just heard my cards because I haven't had a chance to sit down because I've been fiddling and trying to get this thing going. So now I'm going to take that breath. Which reminds me, feet flat on the floor, butt comfortable in the seat, shoulders relaxed. Wondering what the universe has for us today. As we do a daily inventory where we hear the cards and it's like, oh yeah, let's just take a few minutes out of our day just to remind ourselves to breathe. So, what does the universe have for us today? Well, that was interesting. Yes, technical difficulties. Oh, man. So this is a good opportunity, though, because before I even got here, I was already running a little bit frantic. And then I get to the technical difficulties, and it's like, do I want that to be how I start my day? Which is an option. And I decided, no, this is how I'm going to start my day. Technical difficulties or not. So, what have we got here? We have our 3 stacks, each one a different thread going out to the universe, each one a different thought or conversation. And if we believe in the multiverse, each one of these is like a different path, going in 3 different directions, because this conversation is going to be different from this one or this one. So today, I'm going to take the top stack here, which is, I like to think of it as when things are just right in front of us and we don't even see it. Things that are right on top. Okay, I'm going to turn each card over one at a time like they're pages on a book. And the first one we have is the Queen of Coins. So queens, they are the element of water. They are the earth mother. They're the ones that take care of home, family, hearth. It's about putting ourselves into a situation of being there to take care of family or to take care of those around us. Or if this, since this is a court card, if it's not us, it's somebody else that we can look towards. Or it can be part of a situation. But let's see what she's got her back to. So, let's imagine this. Again, cards are not, they're gender neutral. So they're not a man, woman. They're the energies of masculinity, femininity, the archetypes. So here we have the Queen. She's focusing on this coin. She's making sure everything's happening, everything else. And sometimes when we drift into a situation like this, the 10 of Wands, this is where we are taking everything on ourselves, where we are doing all this heavy lifting. And when I see a situation like this, with the Queen of Coins in a situation like this, it's almost the thought of if I don't do it, then who will? And so this matriarch archetype will do everything, will make sure all the people around us are taken care of. They will put all this stuff on their shoulders. And then they'll carry that burden and sometimes forget to ask for help. Which we can see where that leads. So this is La Maison de the Tower. So when we see the tower, sometimes you'll see it as people say the Tower of Destruction, or, it's like this bad thing. And the tower, in this situation here, we still have another card, which is the advice card. But here we have this Queen of Coins, who's taken on the burden of everything. Okay? How long can we do that before something has to what? Something has to give. So far this is all about the stress that we put on ourselves or that others put on themselves, that we may be associated with, that we may be watching, and that we may be able to be of assistance to help. Because when we get to the tower, if this is actually called the house of God and it's crumbling down, what's really going on here? Well, this is called the lightning struck tower. And the way that I like to describe this is that this right here, when we have built something up, when we put our effort into something, but the foundation is not strong. We work so hard, we're busy taking care of everybody else, we're busy making sure that everything else is taken care of and we're not taking care of ourselves. And how long can we do that before the light of truth strikes and says, you can't keep doing this? So the lightning struck tower is about the light of truth and what the truth can do. And what the truth can do is that once we finally realize it, we either, in a situation like this, we could break down. We can finally just say, I can't take it anymore. But if the queen is doing all this and is in that situation where it's like, if I don't do it, then who will? The positive of this card is saying, let go. You're going on the assumption that everything's going to crumble. Well, it is, because you're pushing yourself so hard or you're doing so much that where's the break? Where's the breath? And so the advice card is the Pope, also known as the High Priest. So when we look at the Pope, now I have a thing with religion. I struggle with religion, and so when I see this card, I want to jump immediately towards the negative connotations. But when we think about religion, when we think about the Pope, when we think about the things that involves, we're dealing with community. It's about being a part of community. And when it's religion, there's also the rules that we learn. There is the traditions we learn. There's the people around us that we learn them with. So as we look at the Pope, and he is literally looking up at the tower. See where the eyes are focused? What do you think this is saying? Here we have the situation where somebody is just so focused on this coin, home, getting things done, bills paid, putting all these emotions that a queen has into this. We have the Ten of Wands with all this burden going on and things like that. Here we have the Pope. And to tell you the truth, this almost looks like somebody who we might be able to trust. Maybe, again, community, friends, whatever. Because it's almost like he's instructing these two down here and looking at the tower and saying, wait, too much is going on here. We need to help somebody, because that's the two acolytes right here. So today is about reaching out. Whether we are the Queen of Coins because we're putting too much on ourselves, or we are one of these acolytes, and there's somebody higher, there's a higher power, there's somebody, unless this is us, it's looking up and seeing. She's got her back to everything here. See her back to everything and what's going on? The Queen is not aware, but those around her, those in her community, can be there to help once the realization hits. So, yeah, basically it's about realization before or when everything decides the truth comes out, we just can't take it anymore. And then having a support system to be there one way or the other. So with that, sorry about the technical difficulties, but I will be here again tomorrow. So thank you again very much and take care.